Hey, this is Marek of Indie Traveler with a review of the Salkan backpacker. Now, Salkan is a slightly newer brand. They've been around for a while, but I only became aware of them about a year ago. But when I saw the backpacker, I thought, this is great. This has a wonderful design. I wonder what it's like to use in practice, and I wanted to get my hands on it. So I did, and I took the Salkan backpacker on a 6-week island hopping trip to the Canary Islands. And this was an ideal trip to test this backpack because I was moving around a lot. I was taking boats, going on planes. I was hiking a lot as well, which is where the Daypack came in really handy. The Salkan backpacker is a 2-in-1 system. So you have one main backpack and a Daypack, and they work together. I'll get into that a little bit more later on. But first, let me take a look at the main backpack. Right, so here it is. The first thing you probably notice is the design. It has a wonderful kind of retro or classic look. And when I first touched this material, I was actually thinking, is this some kind of canvas or some kind of old school material? Actually, it isn't. It's 900D cotton, which is a very modern and durable material, but it has that kind of classic look. It's very textured, it's very nice to touch. One concern I had at first was, okay, it may look nice, but what about different weather conditions? Is this really an adventure pack, an outdoors pack? How will it cope with the rain? And actually, this material has been treated with a wax. And it's very interesting to see what happens when you splash it with water, because it's almost like a hydrophobic material. The water will form into droplets and will just glide off of the backpack. That's your first line of defense against rain. There's a second line of defense, which is the integrated rain cover. Actually, it's not integrated, it's just, it has an integrated storage space. And that's on the bottom here. You can take it out, and it's a wonderful orange rain cover, which will definitely keep everything nice and dry. Right, so there are two ways of opening this backpack. One is with a zipper all the way around, and that will give you immediate access to all your stuff. I always like this. There's another way, which is through the top. There is a drawstring there, and that's kind of the classic way of opening a backpack. And that's more useful if you're on the go and you need to grab something from the top. That's pretty cool. On the side, there are two very generous water bottle pockets. They have a stretchy material, so if you're not using them, they don't look like they're flappy here. They will be sort of tightly against the backpack, but they have a lot of space in there, which is really wonderful. Inside there is also a basic laptop compartment, which is maybe a bit of a surprise because this is more of an adventure pack. It's not one of those carry-on electronics kind of backpacks, but actually it does have a laptop compartment. And finally, cool feature is this, the integrated laundry bag that actually hooks inside to the top. So it's easy to take out. You can use it for laundry, I suppose, but also for maybe some dirty shoes or whatever. This is really nice to keep a few items separate from everything else. Salkan also makes its own packing cubes, of course. Look at this big one. Whoa, that's a packing cube. That's a packing cube. Moving on to the harness. Look at that. That's actually a very nice harness. Very nice big waist straps, a very comfortable back panel. This is clearly designed for comfort and for wearing this backpack for a long time if you want to. I did so on my trip to the Canary Islands. I had to walk to my accommodation for quite a while sometimes when we were staying in the forest, and it was great, very comfortable. One of the reasons it was very comfortable is that it has an adjustable harness. So these two straps can be, they're attached to a panel here, which in turn has Velcro on it, which keeps it secured behind the back panel. You can adjust this up and down however you want, and that is excellent. Every backpack should have this because not everyone has the same body, and so you can adjust this to make it perfectly comfortable for you. On the side, I should mention, is a grab handle, always useful, and there's a little bit of a secret compartment where you can keep like some documents or some passport even. It's quite a big secret compartment. It's maybe twice as big as I've usually seen. Like look at that. Woo! So many secrets to store here. The other thing that's adjustable is the sternum strap. So yeah, I can, with some effort, move it up and down. Of course, it's supposed to be difficult because you want to just adjust this to where your sternum is, and that's very important. A lot of people wear backpacks the wrong way and they don't adjust their sternum straps or any of the other straps. It's really important to fit things to your body. All right. As I mentioned earlier, it kind of has a two-in-one system going on. So you can buy the main backpack on its own, or you can buy a combo that also includes a Daypack that's designed to work exactly with it. I have to say, having used two-in-one systems before, I think the way it works with the Salkan is a lot better. Let me explain. I used, for example, the Farpoint 55, which has a similar idea. Daypack, main backpack. There you can zip the Daypack onto the main pack and fuse them together completely. That seems like a cool idea, but I ended up doing that very little in practice. Putting the zip around, it takes a little while to combine them. Usually the situations in which you have two backpacks is, for instance, when you're walking through a bus station or maybe through an airport. And realistically, it's not that bad to just carry your Daypack by the strap for a bit. If you're walking for a longer period of time and you need to have your hands free, then it makes sense to attach the Daypack to the main pack. Now with the Salkan, that's just a matter of clipping it onto two little clips and that's it. No zippers, no nothing. There's actually two ways to attach it. So this is, by the way, the Daypack. You can attach it like to the back of the main backpack. I've not done that very often. Just don't know why. Maybe the balancing is a little bit off with that. What I prefer to do is to put the Daypack here. The classic way of wearing two backpacks at once, the turtle style way of carry, except with the Salkan it's a little bit easier because there's just two hooks and you just hook it on there and off you go. All right, the back of the Daypack actually is really nice. Also, that's in contrast to the Farpoint 55 that I'm most familiar with as another two-in-one, where they had to make the back panel of the Daypack really flat so that you could zip it perfectly onto the mothership backpack. In this case, they had a little bit more leeway to make an actually nice back panel. So there's more padding here. The straps are pretty nice. It's big enough to carry a small laptop in and other items. And so this is a very usable Daypack, which is different from other two-in-one systems where the Daypack is sometimes an afterthought. I recommend both the Daypack and the main backpack, and using them together on my trip was really easy and really good. I should mention there's something fun if you want to buy either of these backpacks. The website, Salkan website, has a backpack designer, which allows you to kind of customize your setup a little bit. Each of the backpacks has, I think now, 3 different colors, and I think there's 9 different straps that you can choose from. So it's kind of cool. You can customize things a little bit more. Before I give my conclusion, let me mention there are some links in the description below. One goes to my written review of the Salkan, which I always keep up to date. And there's a link to the Salkan store where you can buy the main backpack or the combo pack, or play with the backpack customizer. This is not a sponsored review, but that link is an affiliate link. So if you're gonna buy the backpack anyway and you use that link, then it helps out the channel a little bit. All right, conclusion time. I really like this product. It looks fantastic. It's also really nice to use in practice. I love the comfort level. I really like the 2-in-1 system, and I really like the little touches like the laundry bag. You know, clearly quite a bit of thought went into the design. One thing I should mention is the outer material, which it's a bit of a different approach. You have this textured material. It has this wax coating. It's kind of different from what other backpacks do. I think it's a little bit more scratch or stain sensitive. That's what you get for having a backpack with really nice aesthetics. The way to deal with this is to use the rain cover whenever it's appropriate, and to just take nice care of this backpack. I think it's a good looking backpack, and it's nice to keep it that way for many years. This is definitely an adventure backpack. Obviously, it's not carry-on, or at least the main one isn't. So this is ideal for road trips, for overlanding, for backpacking around Europe, that kind of trip. If you have grand plans for your next adventure, then this is the sort of backpack you'll probably want to take with you. All right. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments and perhaps I'll know the answer. And with that, let me say happy travels and see you next time.